Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Tuesday, 3:15 p.m. Eastern, 2023. We'll be having a time for change call tomorrow night at 9 p.m. We're going to be talking about the two, the good and the bad. So warning people in the financial exchange process about some things that they may not be aware of that needs to get out there. Whatever we resist persists. You ever notice that? When we're resisting something, we don't really want to be presented with it. We know it's there, but we choose, hoping this will just kind of go away. Instead of surrendering to it, and then it ends up vanishing. So it's like, you ask yourself, have you ever continuously sent out a strong emotional, thought of, I really don't want XYZ to happen? I think we've all done that quite a few times, and none of us are exempt from it. And somehow, you only attract that thing or situation into your life. In other words, you're saying, I don't want this to happen, or I don't want that, or I really don't want this or that, so on and so forth. But it shows up in your life. And you kind of say, well, why is that? Why would that show up in my life? If we are truly super powerful, highly intelligent, manifesting beings, why do we create something that we do not want to occur? That's a good question. There may be a variety of explanations for this. Yet the most foundational reason is that whatever we resist will persist. It is a paradoxical world we live in, this world, and the key to transcending it is embracing the totality of existence, all of it, which means resisting nothing in this universe. This is the only way to master your life. Start by starting today with finding peace with what you cannot find peace with. That's a toughie. I think that's a toughie for all of us. Finding peace with what you cannot. Anytime we throw up an energetic or an emotional wall and we start resisting something, whether it's a thought, feeling, memory, or that person standing in front of you, you'll find that your mind is fiercely focusing upon the negative aspects of what you don't want instead of the positive possibilities of what you do want vibrationally. And vibrationally, we are like magnets, super powerful, strong magnets, and only attract that which we continuously focus upon with great emotion. And you ever notice, I don't think many of us are consciously aware of it, but whenever we say we don't want something, and we say it with gusto, we deliver it from our heart mind. I mean, it's deep. I've been around a lot of people that have done that, you can feel their frequency when they say it, and it is powerful when they say they don't want something. So you figure that if you can stop focusing upon something, right, you'll stop resisting it and thus stop manifesting it. If you can stop focusing upon something, you'll stop resisting it and thus stop manifesting it. So, we look at our fact. You say to yourself, I'm a magnet. I'm a really powerful magnet, and I only attract that which I continuously focus upon with great emotion. To master the mind takes great awareness, patience, and love. It also takes knowing your true divine infinite nature that fears absolutely nothing. For as divine beings, we've all set it up so that every little thing that we focus on grows, expands, and returns to us naturally like a boomerang. Now, we cannot get rid of our inherent manifesting magnet nature. If you could choose somehow to train your mind to obsessively resist feelings of joy, love, abundance, and gratitude, it'd be a roundabout way. Yet, you'd soon start finding those qualities showing up all throughout your life. It's good to know that all resistance comes from the fear of something else. All resistance comes from the fear of something else. If you can discover what you're truly afraid of and welcome it with open arms, then all resistance to this life will dissolve instantly. When you no longer resist that one person, you know the one who always triggers you. You have just found a new way to love and appreciate them. It all happens the moment you see how everything is connected to the divine. It's easy to resist nothing when all you see is God. When you realize that everyone also has this divine infinite nature, you have no other choice than acceptance. The day you have no resistance to the understanding that everyone, even Hitler, is a divine being connected to the God source, you'll have truly transcended all future suffering. Truly transcend all future suffering. The experience of total fear, being lost in love, are the two greatest resistances people on this planet have since going completely into either one would absolutely obliterate your ego. Perhaps you notice this resistance habit in your love life or your family relationships. You might have discovered that when you start thinking something is wrong about somebody or believe that they should be different, your body contracts and goes into resistance mode. This internal rejection of life is a ridiculous attempt to protect the ego so that it can remain in illusionary control of its agenda and remain in complete ignorance of your divine infinite nature. It's good to know that all your problems in this lifetime are going to be created out of this simple resistance to your innate divinity. Once you stop resisting the infinite God source inside you, you'll understand the role the ego had to play in order to trick you into discovering your true nature. You see, the ego was never real in the first place. It was just a shadow created from your mind, standing in the way of your infinite light. As with any shadow, you'll realize that the closer you get to it, the easier it is to see that there is nothing actually there. This may be a frightening discovery, to realize that you don't actually exist at all. And when your mind ego is no longer running the show, you'll be living in bliss 24 hours a day. Isn't it time that we have transcended this intricate weave of limiting beliefs which have been blocking the brilliant light of our own infinite being for far too long? As long as you are identified with your ego, you will continue to react with resistance to people, situations, and conditions that have triggered you since childhood. For example, if someone teases you and makes fun of you in front of all your friends, it's good to remember that nobody is under attack. How can you attack a shadow? Why would a shadow need to be victimized, blamed, or fight back if it's not even real to begin with? All your problems arise from this over-identification with this shadow self. Always remember, it's the only thing that is not real. Your name, body, thoughts, feelings, and overall identity have absolutely nothing to do with who you truly are. Always remember this. It's the only thing that is not real. Your name, body, thoughts, feelings, and overall identity have absolutely nothing to do with who you truly are. This fragmented false self is a figment of your mind's imagination and will always pale in comparison to the all-creative vast resource of your limitless being. The ego will always be a juicy interpretation about who you think you are. Yet it is light leagues away from the infinite truth of your being. The day you anchor in this knowing of who you are and what your ego is, it will become the first day of your life that you are not blind, yet can actually see. The Great Wall, blocking every human being from seeing their divine nature, is the same. It's the barricade of beliefs which have accumulated around the mind from past programming. All the memories, ideologies, rules about this life, which we've created for ourselves growing up, can often behave like waves in the ocean created years ago, and yet are still continuously arriving at our shore. These unconscious reactions attempt to resurface each day until we have sailed through the core of each one with a laser-like awareness and have seen it for what it actually is, a thought. Yet, be careful. These waves can be dangerous because they just might throw you into an emotional tide pool, swirling around Drama Island for the next 30 lifetimes. Be careful. These waves can be dangerous because they just might throw you into an emotional tide pool, swimming around Drama Island for the next 30 lifetimes. With such a devastating effect always at hand, our past conditioning must have a positive role to play as well. It is always there, forcing our awareness to remain super alert and conscious so we are enjoying each moment. It'll keep you sane to know that your soul's commitment for this experience of body and mind, of body and mind programming, so that one day you would be forced into mastering your mind. When it comes down to whatever you resist will persist, the mind is already the greatest master at this. The mind will do everything to not follow your lead until it realizes that you no longer are going to participate in its games. This new relationship with the mind can be formed by diving into those places in your body that are still holding on to resistance and tension. Your body is like a graveyard of past experiences that are still resisting certain memories, people from the past, or aspects of your life. Your body is designed to hold on to a specific physical tension until the memory associated with it is cleared. For example, if your shoulders tense up each time you think about a certain person or situation at work or wherever, you'll want to ask your shoulders, as if they could talk, what specific memory are they holding tightly onto? When you stop and ask certain parts of your body what they are really holding on to, it becomes a type of archaeological expedition where you get to discover all the most interesting artifacts inside. Who knew the exploration of resistance could be so exciting? You can transcend any physical pain or issue your body is having by simply going into the experience, exploring what the memory is, and releasing it from your body with your breath. Your breath is always the gateway to healing. If it's a big trauma lodged in your body for years, you may first need to spend more time than usual to feel it deeply so you can release it completely. You'll know it's gone from your cells when you can regurgitate the memory and nothing shows up in your body. The secret is feeling your greatest fear that is hiding underneath your resistance to the fear. The secret is feeling your greatest fear that is hiding underneath your resistance to the fear. Now, I know this sounds complex, yet do not stop when you hit resistance to feeling past trauma inside. Dive into the memory, explore the thoughts and feelings around it several times. Go deeper than it, and go through it with the power of surrender. Eventually, you'll find that underneath it all is the presence of your eternal being. And under all of that stuff is the God that you are. There actually is a wonderful reason that we have chosen to participate in all this pain. Once you can surrender through every emotional blockade and find the river of consciousness that penetrates you and surrounds you, you'll be free and healed on the most profound levels. When you discover how to free up your body from all its tension and resistance to life, this life, you will have the power to manifest just about anything you can fathom. By completely releasing the fear trapped in yourselves, you regain access to that supernatural power inside you, inside yourself. You'll have a greater appreciation for life and a deeper understanding of yourself, as well as how to step through any tense experience that arises. It truly is amazing. All the intricate complexities that we create inside ourselves just so that we have an entertaining ride home. Life is here to be explored and experienced on every level. It is like a grand buffet of 10,000 delicious main courses where hesitation, doubt, fear, and resistance are also meals on the list that our souls get to taste, devour, and transcend. How else could we know our all-expansive true nature unless there was something small and contracted to push us down so that later we could happily let it go and say, ah. The release of your body's tension caused by great orgasm that you really had to work hard to attain. Once you discovered the secret of relaxing the body while enjoying the uphill ride, you'll soon find yourself arriving in the land of absolute bliss. Now you can do this exercise. Take the next 7 days of your life to get curious about what you are truly resisting in your life. Perhaps you're resisting getting older. I know a lot of people like that. Not having enough money, being wrong, blamed, not understood, or resisting deep intimacy in your relationship, and so on. Whenever you find out something you are resisting, write it down on a piece of paper so that you can refer to it any time throughout your day. Then find that one thing on your list that you resist the most and spend a few minutes every morning relaxing into that feeling. Accept your resistance to it. Be with that which you cannot be with. Go straight into the heart of fear with a warrior-like mind. Do not stop until you have found peace with the thought you are resisting. Keep sitting and being with the feelings as they arise without entertaining the extra story behind them. Let go of your stories. Simply practice relaxing deeper into your body so that you can feel all your feelings hiding inside. As you practice feeling acceptance again and again and again, you will soon see everything you were afraid of has melted away and is replaced by a deep stillness and calmness inside. This calmness is your very nature. And to live from this place is to take that first step into becoming the enlightened master of your life. It's the repetition of affirmation that leads to belief. And once that belief becomes a deep conviction, things begin to happen. Claude Bristol. The repetition of affirmations that leads to belief, and when that belief becomes a deep conviction, things begin to happen. The major difference between people who effortlessly sail across the globe manifesting all their dreams and those who never manage to get out of the harbor lies in one thing. One thing. Their attitudes. Have you checked your attitude? Have you checked it you check it every day? And truthfulness through your heart, mind. Have you checked it? How it is? What is your attitude? There are people, and I've witnessed this there are people who simply give up on their life dream when they encounter their first difficulty or obstacle. They don't believe in themselves and have fallen prey to the I give up syndrome. I talk with people every day across this planet, and one of the main factors is sometimes they say they just feel like cashing it in, that they're tired, fed up, disappointed, and a bunch of other stuff. That is ego mind. It is not heart mind. So it's a choice that folks make the decision to operate through the heart mind. And on top of it, learn what that means. Even when these people lose, they are never defeated because they have adopted an unstoppable attitude about this life. Does this sound like a quality that you'd like more of in your life? If you say a huge yes, or if you are not sure, will you start with taking a long walk outside tonight completely naked and ponder on who the heck is in charge of your life? Anytime you are viewing a difficulty as a roadblock in this life, shake your entire body. Shake it, and start focusing on where and how you can see it as an opportunity. Don't ever let the feeling of being blocked by life enter into your body. Shake it out the instant it tries to creep in. You can transform any problem into something that supports you by merely shifting your perspective. You have the power to make solving problems fun. For instance, you can get together with some friends, have a potluck brainstorming evening, or you could call an old friend and probe their mind for new ideas. Let them think about it. Or you could set the intention of receiving the answer in a dream. Whenever you start feeling blocked, remember that there is always a solution waiting to be discovered. You may just need to step out of your comfort zone, just a few inches, so other people can help you discover it. The feeling of being unstoppable resides naturally in our connection with our soul. When you meditate on your infinite nature, or simply relax into that place inside you that is empty of thought, you'll find a surge of energy rise inside you. The truth is that you already are unstoppable at manifesting whatever you put your attention on, as long as you are putting your attention on what you want instead of what you don't want. True confidence in this life doesn't come from overpowering others or even weaker parts of yourself. It comes from being connected to a deep source of inner peace. This is the source of where true unstoppability is found. When we are truly in a pickle in our lives, one of the most powerful things that we can do is to ask this universe for help. This universe is very magical and happy to help you overcome any obstacle that you might encounter. This all-intelligent universe is always here listening, waiting to offer its unlimited supply of gifts and services to you. It, in fact, is the only thing that has allowed you to manifest all your desires in the first place. And it's just waiting for you to ask for more help. Once you send out a strong request to this universe and can wait with infinite patience, your request will soon be answered. With the universe on your team, how can you feel anything less than unstoppable? You can do this every day. You can start your day off every day with a bang by proclaiming to this entire universe every morning that you are unstoppable. Claim it. Remember, whatever you focus on is what will grow in your life. So why not create the routine of feeling unstoppable? Practice saying the affirmation out loud to yourself. I am unstoppable. With a strong conviction in your voice, and feel it. It is true deep inside your heart. Say it like you really mean it, at least 5 times each morning. When you first look in the mirror, then thank this universe for supporting you with this feeling of unstoppability today, and be grateful for its power to help you manifest whatever you set your mind to achieving. And when you say, I am unstoppable, say it through the heart. Like when you say you don't want things, except you are unstoppable. And it's key, be in detail. Don't not superficially, not sloppy, blah 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 blah. But do it with conviction through the heart mind. Ask this universe. Describe in detail what you truly need. You write a letter to the universe. And then when you're done with your detailed description of what you truly need, you say, thank you, universe, for providing me with these needs. And go into a meditative state, connect directly with the conscious intelligence of this universe, asking for any guidance or help in receiving these needs. Complete each morning with the feeling that this universe is now supporting you. Repeat the affirmation that I am completely supported by this universe, and it's providing all of my needs with joy and ease. Let this affirmation sink deeply into the marrow of your bones. Reread your letter every evening. And then the following morning, repeat the entire ritual. Allow yourself to feel the divine intelligence is here, inside you, giving you true universal support with each new day. One of our biggest that we all practice, and none of us are exempt from it, is that being attached is what prevents us from seeing. It is what clouds this miraculous awareness. Jeffrey Arnold. It's very true. So picture yourself. You're sitting there, right? You're sitting with your legs crossed, visualizing your new dream house, soulmate, ideal career, and that lottery jackpot job you want to manifest, right? You want it so bad that you can almost taste it. You've been visualizing, feeling, and working on attracting it for quite a while now. Yet, for some reason, nothing is happening. So should you throw in the towel and give up? What is blocking you from manifesting what you so deeply desire? Attachment is always the culprit that clogs up our manifesting vibration. Attachment. You may be asking, how do you know I'm experiencing attachment versus a really strong desire? You are definitely attached when you think and feel that you must have or experience this something in order to feel at peace with who you are in the future. A good rule of thumb is that any time you feel that you have to have this one thing to be happy, free, successful, or alive, then you're attached and might want to take a look deeper inside to see what is really going on. Whenever you are attached to something, you'll notice that your body tenses up, and you might feel frustrated, uptight, or anxious, thinking about what you need to do to manifest your desired outcome. The anxiousness you feel is a form of fear, which always lowers your manifesting vibration and is truly what is keeping you from actually receiving what your heart deeply desires. Now, this feeling of attachment for us is very sneaky and can creep up on us when we least expect it. In fact, you may be caught in a repetitive cycle of being attached to someone or something without even being aware of it. The easiest way to know if you're truly attached is to ask yourself, can I find peace if this never manifests the way I think it should? Okay? Can I find peace if this never manifests? It's like it's a repetitive statement that you always can draw on it and you always remember it. Can I find peace if this never manifests the way I think it should? And then notice how your body reacts. If you find any tight, tense, or heavy feelings arise inside you, you are mostly certainly playing a subtle hidden game of attachment under the surface. The secret is to breathe deeply into the area you feel the tightness until you've released this tension. Once the tension is gone from your body, take a moment to affirm that your desired outcome, or better, is now heading your way. Through the course of one's life, every human being will at some time experience some form of attachment. Miracles manifest when you let go of attachment. Yet, some people will tell you otherwise, as they are caught on the same idea that being detached is a negative state. There is a fine line between being aloof, despondent, or resigned, and being detached. The key is that healthy detachment comes from vast reservoirs of trust, faith, and inner peace. Whenever you are detached in a healthy way, you're happy with your life as it is, and can relax enough to completely trust this universe that it will support your manifestation if it's meant to be. Detachment is a fine art of trusting in your future destiny to such a degree, a deep degree, that you don't allow your ego to make any judgments about whatever your experience of this life is. A healthy level of detachment is powerful in the world of manifesting because it enables you to be fully open and receptive, when in turn attracts new opportunities and people to you. Every time you find a healthy, balanced level of detachment, your desires will materialize for you much faster and far easier. Of course, truly being or letting go of attachment to a deep desire you've had for years is a very tricky thing to do, unless it's causing you loads of suffering, which it probably already is. The golden key lies in feeling your suffering and then seeing the correlation between your amount of suffering and the level of attachment you have. When you understand what's happening, you will soon let go. By using this detachment technique for manifesting, it does not automatically guarantee that you will create the outcome you desire. You cannot pretend to be detached while secretly hoping you will manifest a certain outcome underneath the surface. A lot of people do that. They pretend to be detached while secretly hoping they will manifest a certain outcome underneath the surface. Your mind is sneaky, and it can prevent, and it can pretend anything. The secret is knowing the truth is in how your body reacts for your body. Cannot lie to this universe. If you are using the technique of being detached as a strategy for getting what you want, then you're missing the point completely. It's about feeling good inside, no matter what manifests or doesn't manifest in your life. The great discovery to freeing yourself from attachment is recognizing that you are the infinite spiritual source of consciousness, which is the greatest experience of freedom, love, and bliss. Do you need anything more? A pizza will come and go in a matter of hours, while this spiritual source is omnipresent forever. The really good thing is that when you're tapped into your spiritual connection within, while gently holding the intention of creating whatever you want to manifest, your desire has to show up. It has to. So that when you're tapped into your spiritual connection within, while gently holding the intention of creating whatever you want to manifest, your desire has to show up. This is one of the greatest manifesting discoveries there are. It's a way of gently communicating with this universe what it is going to do for you. By accessing your divine connection, you automatically become utterly at peace with the idea that you might or might not ever manifest your desired outcome. You transcend it all. Then it really doesn't matter what happens in your future. This is a very evolved place to live from, as amazing things will manifest when you're feeling the God source beneath your feet and flowing between your breaths. I've joined you in a meditation. I'll return to close us out.
Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose, and an easy and slow breath out from the mouth. Remain still. The greatest spiritual energy in this entire universe is inside you, right here and now. There is nothing you can do to diminish, taint, or change this ever-present spiritual consciousness that is flowing through you. For today, imagine you have the volume control on the knowingness that you are this eternal spiritual energy. Turn up your knowingness as high as it will go. What does that feel like? To know without any doubt that you are the most powerful, indestructible, eternal, infinite energy in this entire universe. Practice knowing this. Divine presence is you all day today. Initiate and integrate this knowingness while you work, eat, drive, play, and engage in conversation with others. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night and the following morning. We will return here Wednesday, May 10th, 2023, 3:15 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call, and 9 p.m. Eastern to continue our Time for Change call. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with oneself at all times. Be in the highest of the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude at all times, no matter what's going on outside of you.